Happy Peeps, Suzanna here today for the December YouTube hop where the theme is winter or holiday. I am sharing with you this multi-photo layout with some foiled pieces, fussy cutting, lots of fussy cutting, but I actually didn't foil them. So I am creating a header for the 2¼ by 2¼ I think they are photos. It'll go up the top, and because I don't have a lot of this paper and know that I will use a lot of it in my December daily, I am trying to conserve, and so I'm just creating a 12 by 12 with the top and the bottom here. So yeah, very creatively doing that. So you will have the greenery piece up the top, and then that plaid diagonal at the bottom, and then kind of like a belt in a way. That black strip there is what will bring the two together. So these photos are of my son in Poland this past Christmas. My husband has found these self-inflatable balloons. I'm sure they're available here, but we really like the choices that we have available to us in Poland, and he goes there a lot. And so he had already arrived in Krakow before we did, and so he bought the kids, I think Nicholas had the tree and Mia had the Santa, and so just to add to the decor in the Airbnb that we stayed in over Christmas, because there wasn't a lot. They had very nicely provided us a tree, but we just wanted to add a little bit more festivity to our celebrations. So just to add a little bit of light to that and transition that dark to the gray, I tore a piece for just a little bit more sort of whimsy to that. And then I'm using this frame from 49th and Market. So those pieces of pattern paper are from Crepe Paper Holly Jolly Holiday. And now I am cutting out pre-foiled ornaments from the Deck the Halls Vanilla Studio, and then I'm going to fussy cut probably about 6 or 7 of those to use all the way across, and I will spare you the agony of watching that. But this is a thicker, heavier cardstock, so you do have to make sure that you have very sharp scissors and move the paper as you are closing the scissors. That is the key to successful fussy cutting. I can't say that enough. I will also fussy cut some ornaments from another one of the pieces of the Holly Jolly Holiday pattern paper. I have the 12 by 12 paper pad, so some of those patterns are foiled, and so you can see what I have fussy cut there. I fussy cut some of the stars from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio. And now I want to have a journal spot to the right of this photo. And so I'm going to cut these from the Crepe Paper patterned paper. I'm going to cut out some labels for the top. Those of you who know me know that labels are, you cannot create a 12 by 12 layout without a 3 by 4 pocket card and labels. That is just a given in Suzanna's creating. I also like the white spots that provides for some contrast to the page as well. So the labels will go up top, and they are not so much to be served as writing spots as they are just for the white space and the contrast up the top there. And then I saw this circle-y, journal-y, spotty thing that is from the A2. I'm not sure. I think that might be 6 by 8, or slightly different. But there's the red that's in that 3 by 4 pocket card, and I don't have any red in the layout, and so I want to cover that up. And so that's what I cut that little square from. And I like the way that the square will also bring the squares at the top down to the bottom of the page there. So just cover up that red. And then I'll bring an ornament down, there we go, and cover up the red. And then I think I end up getting rid, I'm pretty sure I end up getting rid of that square that's covering the red and use something else in there. Maybe not. I don't have the finished layout in front of me. But I know I wanted more journal space, and I didn't like the way that it broke up that 3 by 4 square there. So I want to put a little bit of foliage above some of the ornaments, and so I've pulled out some of my Spellbinders dies and some pattern paper. So you can see I've cut out some holly pieces as well as some Christmas pine bough. and that is up the top there. But first I want to hang the ornaments. So I have threaded a needle with just basic sewing thread, and I have going to literally just push that through the top of the ornament there, and then suspend it from the those little header pieces there. Yep, and there's adhesive to them, so that will stick to the thread and hold it. And so you can see how they are going to be hanging down there. So this is a YouTube hop for a cherry on top. Again, the theme is holiday/winter. So be sure to leave comments on each of the videos, and each comment will be an entry into a pool to win a $25 gift card to the store. This is the last hop for the year, but be sure to come back on the first, or about the first of every month. We try and do it on the first, unless that's not like there's a holiday or something, in which case we will push that back. But generally around the first of every month there is a hop, and there is that prize to be won. While I've been yakking about the hop, I've just been threading these ornaments, and I will then stick down all of the little ornaments, as well as put in the foliage. I thought I had video of that, but apparently I do not, which is just as well, because this is quite a long video for me. I don't usually go past about 8 minutes, I don't think, not unless it's a planner video. So this is probably one of the last Christmas videos that I will share of a 12 by 12 layout. Most of the rest of what you will see coming for the rest of this month will more than likely be December daily, and you will see a lot more of that probably over on Instagram as well. Although I think I do have a winter, maybe it's a Christmas layout for next weekend that is for this scrap room, so be sure to come back for that as well. But yeah, most of my December memory keeping is going to be in the format of the December daily album, and I'm working in a 6x8 album this year. So while I am just hanging up all of these ornaments, you will see that I have the thread. I pull that up to the top there, and then I will use the adhesive in that torn strip piece there to then adhere that down. And I'm just trying to get a nice mix of ornaments. You can see there's clusters, but there's also single ones that'll move across the page to just kind of lead your eye up and down across the page. And yeah, I really like those ornaments, and now I have a full page of them to use. You'll see off to the left-hand side of the screen, I have some of the ephemera bits from the 49th and Market Evergreen Season Collection. I thought I was going to use those for the journal spots to the right-hand side, but I decide against that. I am going to use a few of the pieces, very, very few of the pieces that I will put in. But as you can see, there's already a lot on the layout, especially with the 4 photos, and there's really just no need for additional. I mean, yes, you can always add more, but I like breathing space on my pages. So the title of this is going to end up being Joyous, just nice and simple. It's that chipboard phrase, again, from 49th and Market. I toyed with filling up a little bit of that white space. It's actually gray space, but we call it white space, right, visually. And I decided that I like it sitting. I don't like titles. I generally don't like words just sort of floating. They have to be anchored somehow, like on a shelf, so that dividing header there sort of provides a shelf to the page. So that is going to pretty much wrap up the page. I'm going to do the hand journaling underneath, and you can see where I've used those die cuts to sort of fill in that red there that was really distracting because nothing else in the page complemented that. So just forgetting to add some adhesive to that banner piece there, and that, my friends, is going to wrap up the page. The close-ups are to follow, and again, this is a hop, so don't forget to head over to the other gals' things and see what they have to share with you today. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.